Assalamu alaikum, ladies. So, I'm doing another video, and this one is basically, I don't know, this is basically just questions that I've been asked personally, and I know some questions that, other sisters have been asked by non-Muslims. Question number one, do you sleep with that thing on? No, I don't sleep with a hijab on. I take it off. However, I do sleep with the scarf on because it's actually better for your hair. I guess if you have like a satin pillowcase or silk or whatever, it's better for your hair that way, especially the type of hair that I have. I have really, really curly hair. So I sleep with a satin scarf. It doesn't look anything like this at all. Okay. Number two. Oh my gosh. I didn't know you could wear stuff like that. I've actually had that said to me a couple of times. One was at Victoria's Secret. The sales associate, they follow you around like puppy dogs. They really do. The sales associate who was helping me, I told her what I was looking for, and she brought me back everything else that I did not want. So I had to tell her, like, I kind of was real specific about what I want, and you basically brought me back granny drawers. That's not what I asked you for. So she said, I just thought because you're covered and, you're Muslim that it wouldn't be appropriate for you to wear this. So I had to tell her, I wouldn't be able to wear it outside. I mean, underwear is underwear. You're not supposed to wear it outside regardless, right? At least not as clothes. They're undergarments. But I have a husband. What I do in my home is basically my business. So I can wear this for my husband. I can buy pretty little things for myself and my husband. So could you kindly take these things back? Because I don't even think my grandmother would wear them. And can you get me what I want? And she was just like, oh, okay. And then she came back with a bunch of other goodies that, redeemed her. Next thing is, I think I was in like Nordstrom's. And I had asked the sales lady for a pair of stilettos because I'm short, so I like to wear heels. And she just looked at me like, you don't want to try on some flats? You don't want to try on something more conservative? And I'm sitting here like, no, I want those stilettos over there. Could you go get them, please? She was just like, oh my gosh. And then she had this look when I was trying them on like, is she going to trip? Is she going to fall? I wasn't always Muslim. And not even that. I know there's sisters out there that can easily rock a 6-inch heel and not tip over or fall or whatever and have on an abaya or an overgarment. So those are just like misconceptions. Let me see. What else? Do I take a shower with my scarf? No. No. How would I wash my hair? Do you take a shower with your clothes on? That would feel disgusting, right? Let me see. What else? There's a bunch of them. Just give me a second. Do you have to wear skirts? No, you don't have to wear skirts. I personally don't like skirts. I will wear them every once in a while, but I love my jeans. I love pants. I am a girly girl who cannot stand skirts. And that's before I became Muslim too. I couldn't stand them. Shorts and skirts were just not like my forte. Now that I am Muslim, and once again, this has to do with the fact that I'm so short, I often end up tripping over skirts because they're so long. Like when I'm walking up the steps, I'll trip. But no, we don't have to wear skirts. Some people may beg to differ, and that's them, but we do not have to wear skirts. Do you have to wear all black? No, we don't have to wear all black. I love color. As you can see, I'm very colorful. Even if I do have on something that's black, more than likely there's something really bright under it or something with a really bright pattern. So no, we don't always have to wear black. We don't have to wear black at all. This last one really took me, for a loop. Someone asked me, how are you outside of the house if you have to pray 5 times a day? So I kind of just stood there and looked at her like, she was like, aren't you like missing a prayer or something? No, I'm not. Okay. For those of you that are not Muslim and are watching this video, we pray 5 times a day. 5. Right? There is, sorry, I'm looking at my phone. There is Fajr. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's Fajr, where in the part of New York I'm in, came in at 4:48 a.m. So what I do is I get up, I make Fajr, and I go back to sleep. And I wake up at around 7 o'clock to get my kids ready for school. Right? And then we have Zuhur that comes in at 12:54 p.m. So I make that, right? Make my salat. And then I go about my business, whether it's grocery shopping or, going to meet a friend or whatever the case may be. Right? And then you have Asr, which comes in about 4 hours later. So that's 4 hours in between those 2 prayers. So then I have time to pick up my kids, clean up if the place, happens to be untidy, and maybe even start and finish dinner. Okay? Now we have Maghrib that comes in 3 hours after Asr. We eat dinner at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I check homework, kids take baths, and get ready for bed. So by the time Maghrib comes in, I've already completed some of my tasks, right? Now, then you have Isha, which comes in at 9:01. By the time 9:01 comes in, my kids are already sleeping, and it's time for me to relax. So I can do things in between prayer. Prayer isn't something that takes 2 to 4 hours. I don't know if that's something that she thought, but you can do things in between and be okay. So yeah, those are just the typical questions that I get asked on a daily basis. Some of them to me are kind of ridiculous because it's sort of common sense, and some of them you can kind of understand, like, oh, okay. Alright. Oh, no. One more. One more. You ain't hot in that? Well, are you hot in what you have on? Because, yes, I'm covered. And yes, I have on long pants in the summertime. And yes, I have a scarf on my head and some long sleeves. But at the same time, you're in poom poom shorts and a tank top. The sun is beating down in your skin more than it's beating down on mine. So of course I'm hot. But I guarantee you that you're hotter than I am. Okay? So that was my little, I don't know, was it a rant? It wasn't really. It was just frequently asked questions. Yes, that's what we'll call it. Okay? So I shall see you guys later, or speak to you guys later, or whatever the case may be. Assalamu alaikum.